Think about this. If your time and energy was the most sacred thing that you had in this lifetime, if it was the thing that when you protected it like your life depended on, because it does, what would you surrender today? What would you do? What would no longer be in your life from that space of knowing my time and energy is sacred? It is so sacred because it is my connection to God. It is my connection to abundance. It is my connection to me aligning with the life that my soul came here to not just live, but thrive abundantly in. That is what's possible for you today if you reflect on that, because today, Saturn in Pisces is conjunct the North Node in Pisces. This is karmic destiny activation. The North Node in Pisces is bringing us into a much more spiritual way of living life, a much more surrendered way of living life. And it's asking us, with Saturn there, to build our life by focusing on where our energy wants to flow. If there's one thing I've learned in the last 5 years, and it's shocked the shit out of me, is how we've been lied to. And what I'm about to tell you, 5 years ago, me would have thought what I'm saying is bullshit. Well, that's cool. It just works for you. You're the only, or I would say it just works for you. You're the only person this works for. Or I would say, wow, that would be a nice fantasy. Too bad it's not for me. What else might I say? I would say, well, I was born with a lot of anxiety and I have panic attacks and it's just kind of deeply ingrained into me. So I'll never be able to feel like that and understand what you're talking about. Basically, 5 years ago, I was so logical and left brain that what I'm about to tell you would have felt like delusional fantasy. And so I'm saying all that because Saturn, the way it causes blocks in Pisces is the opposite of what Saturn innately wants to do. Saturn is practical. It wants to build something. It wants to build in order to reach a goal, in order to reach some sort of success. And so it looks at the here and now. It looks at what's logical. It looks at what's practical. And then it's like, all right, let's build with what's logical and what's practical. The problem is when it's in Pisces, Pisces is completely intangible. It's energetic. You can't grasp it and hold on to it. It will dissolve away. And so the lessons, the karmic lessons of Saturn and Pisces is it's teaching you to build your life not from what you can currently see, but from what you feel. And it's showing all the ways in which you sabotage your life through comparison, because Saturn rules comparing ourselves to other people. They have that. I don't have that. It works for Rachel to live this most abundant life I'm about to tell you about, but it doesn't work for me. These are all Saturn voices. Saturn's the inner critic. Saturn can also bring up time scarcity because it rules time. It takes time to build something. The thing is when you learn your Saturn and Pisces lessons, you can get a whole skyscraper built in a day. Whereas if you worked against the Saturn and Pisces energy, you could get that same skyscraper you built in a day done in a year. That's the illusion of Saturn and Pisces, is it's not about, I only have this much time, I have to rush and get it all in. That's coming from a scattered energy, and Saturn will block you. If you're feeling blocked with money and resources in a relationship, wherever you're feeling blocked, it is trying to show you something that it wants you to surrender. Because also, Neptune, which rules the North Node, is conjunct Mercury today in Aries. It's wanting you to boldly follow your energy and surrender anything not in alignment with you. This is what I mean by today, the rest of this week, treat your energy, the rest of your life, treat your energy like it is your time and energy, like it is the most sacred currency you've ever fucking found in your life. ever. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the thing that's going to blow your mind. So, I told you about 5 years ago me. I was very anxious. I was an overthinker, high achiever. I am high achiever. Um, so I would work out really hard every day. I eat really healthy. I worked my ass off towards my goals, and I took everything logically. I'd work harder than anyone else at my job. It took me so long to get promoted, and I didn't know why. Now I understand why, now that I understand energy, but like worked my ass off my whole life. I work with a lot of overachievers. This is what my bread and butter of what I help my one-on-one clients do, because I was you too. So I succeeded a lot, but I felt miserable. I was always anxious, didn't feel like I could completely be myself. I remember there was days where I thought, damn, life is just kind of miserable. Is this really as good as life gets? I give life everything I have, and this is what I get? Like living paycheck to paycheck, feeling sick to my stomach about money all the time, feeling like I have no aligned friends, feeling like no matter how hard I work, I never just feel that exhale I'm looking for. And so I worked really hard over the 5 years, and it was a surrender experiment. I surrendered, and I had to build a lot of trust. And the first time I learned about this working was when I followed the astrology, and it gave me that permission slip to host my first retreat. And that came after me taking a month off in my business because I was working my ass off and nothing was working. So I thought, fuck it, I'll surrender for a month. That's what brought me into hosting this retreat. That was the first time I realized, holy shit. When I create a lot of space in my life and surrender everything that's not working, and I just trust that if I follow the fun, something's going to show up, it does. Showed up a month later. I hosted the retreat, went on to host 6 more retreats in 2 years. I then had a deepening of that experience because I talked about in my Raw Truth About Healing episode how you can heal and surrender to one layer of something, but then there's a deeper layer. And so the last 4 or 5 years has been me surrendering to the deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper level until I now look at life completely differently. And now I know for a fact we all were fucking lied to. And I say that with a lot of passion because most people are living in this lie to this day. And I need you to understand I am not different than you. You've been fucking lied to, and you are lying to yourself still to this day. And there are moments I still lie to myself, and I catch myself. And every time I catch myself and then surrender to this, what I'm about to tell you, my life opens up again into a new and even better way. So step 1, stop lying to yourself that life is logical. Life is not fucking logical at all. It is purely energetic. It is purely energetic first. And I would not have believed this 5 years ago, but I know it for a fucking fact now. You can't convince me otherwise. I live the most illogical life I've ever known right now. Like, want me to tell you what I do most days? I have amazing one-on-one clients right now, and a lot of them, I'm getting paid to have conversations with people who I would want to be my best friends, is what's happening in my life right now. So, like, every single one of my clients pretty much is someone that I would be best friends with, and but I'm getting paid to have the same conversations I wanna have with my friends, but these conversations I wanna have with my friends that are fun for me are even too deep for some of them. They don't always wanna go that deep, but my clients do. That in itself has been blowing my mind because all I do throughout the day is I have my client calls when I have them, which we only meet twice a week in my one-on-one container. Guess we're getting celebrated for that. I go to the gym every day. I take baths. I go on pretty walks at the beach. Really, my goal every day is to follow what feels good next, and it has nothing to do with me building a business. Fucking nothing. Yet somehow I keep attracting clients and I keep making more and more money. Oh. I'm getting like this weird feeling in my body because I can't express to you. I used to work so hard. I would think that I had to keep working hard, that hard work equals payoff, that going against my energy and just working hard equals payoff. But no, it's been the more freedom and space I've given myself in my life, the more I've only acted on inspiration and not obligation, the more I only do things that make me feel nourished and filled up to the brim, the more my life supports me and the more it expands, the more trips I get to go on. I'm going to Italy, my dream trip that I wanted to go on for my whole entire fucking life. But really, really hard. I really wanted to go the last 5 years. And I watched so many people go to Italy and I didn't go to Italy. And every time I get so sad. And now I'm finally going to Italy. And it is, uh, this trip we have planned is beyond my wildest expectations. And it came off of me living life this way. Like literally everything that I've gotten, everything I've wanted, my whole life is coming because I'm not trying at all anymore. I'm just following the flow and the things that make me feel more expansive. And then my life's working out better. And it's fun because I'm just using the astrology to keep my faith and to keep trusting because it's guiding every move I make while I create all this space. And then it keeps working out. And so I've been doing the same thing with my clients, like all my clients that are like, I told you I'd be best friends with, and it's working for all of them too. And so, and they're having like fast, like quantum leaping results probably because it took me longer to get here, but I think because I'm in the belief and we're co-creating this together, they can get there way faster than I got here. But they're getting here. And so it's showing me that we've all been fucking lied to. All of us, not just me. And the key for every one of my clients has been exactly what I talked about. I've been teaching them to connect to their truth first with their birth chart. And then through connecting with their truth, naturally, we start to get in touch with what energy feels like for them. Because I wouldn't have been able to, I couldn't tell what energy felt like when I first started practicing this. And a lot of my clients couldn't either. So a lot of clients I work with, they come to me a little bit more scattered. They're very high achievers. They work very hard. They give 110% into everything that they do. But they feel powerless and they don't actually enjoy the success that they get. And they feel like they're always moving on to the next thing and they're always learning so many things at once and then never really moving anywhere. Which is how I was. And so we start with slowing them down, connecting them to their truth. And through that process, they start to connect to that energy that I'm talking about. Like, because we're at the same time, we're connecting to their birth chart. And then what ends up happening is through connecting to that energy, things naturally start to fall away and surrender away. And then new things start to attract back into their life that feel much better. That prove to them, wow, you're on the right track. Keep doing this. I want more of this. And so then their life opens and expands. And then they have another contraction. We figure out, okay, what's not in alignment? Where are you leaking energy? Where are you not in truth? We use their birth chart. We use my tools and the coaching. They release in their thing. And then it opens up more expansion. It's why every single one of them, they say the same thing. It feels like I'm coming home to myself. Like I'm a completely different person. Yet the same person at the same time. And that's what I feel like a completely different person, a person who can do whatever they want, like so connected to me, so potent. but completely different than who I was 5 years ago. And so it's a coming home. And so I wanted to record this episode today in conclusion, in finality, so that you can ponder what is draining your energy right now. Where are you not treating your truth, like your energetic truth, as sacred? Where are you doing things out of obligation because you think you need to do? And if you were to follow what your energy really wants, what would it feel like an exhale to let go of? And if you would like support aligning your life to this type of principle and to truly come home to yourself and truly live from this level of freedom, because it feels fucking good. This level of, I don't have to seek answers outside of me. There's a spirit inside of me that when I follow it, fuck, my life unfolds in ways I never could have guessed and are way better than I could have ever tried to manifest or predict or force. So if you'd like support with that, you have to have gotten a birth chart reading with me first to apply for one-on-one coaching, but you can apply at the link down below. And I'll see you guys on my next episode. I'm sending so much love and courage and bravery to surrender because I know you got this.